Coming at you from the Steel City, you're listening to Poor Man's Podcast, Pittsburgh's premier comedy podcast. Your weekly dose of humor, hosted by Chris Hopper and with a new special guest each week. And here's your host, Chris Hopper.
Woo! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poor Man's Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Along with me, as always, is the wonderful, is the beautiful, is the talented Evie Shay. How are you this week? I didn't turn your mic on. How are you doing this week, Shay?
So good, Chris. Doing fantastic.
You sound like you're doing fantastic. And along with us, as always, as well, is the beautiful, is the wonderful, is the fantastic, is the often bamboozled yet again, is Danny Kaufman.
Hello. Always bamboozled.
Danny, how are you this week?
So I'm good. My bamboozlement of the week, I feel like this should just be a segment for me now, is I was pumping gas and I spilled gasoline onto my body. So that was really fun.
Oh.
From the pump. I don't even know how one does that. Yeah.
I love the smell of gasoline, though, so I don't know how much I would hate that.
I started Googling and was reading that it could leave second and third degree burns. Okay. So I was convinced for 2 hours I was going to lose my leg.
I remember I was driving through Fox Chapel and my brother for the first time ever was pumping gas and he didn't know when you pulled it out to let go of the nozzle and just sprayed it all over the side of my parents' car.
Oh, it's like that scene. Is it Zoolander? I know there's a scene from a movie because I texted my dad in a panic and he sent me a meme and I said, "Oh, thank you."
If that happened, I would just instantly be so paranoid that everything was gonna catch on fire immediately.
That's what I thought too.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this sounds horrible.
So
And the worst introduction of all time. No, you're good, Cass. You're good. Danny's a prima donna and likes to just take over the show, so we really have to try to wrangle her.
obviously,
Yeah, we finally got her to stop saying the slurs, so we're just glad she just, chimes in all day. But that voice you hear is the wonderful, is the very funny Cass Goodworth. You get the laughter, too. Because unlike the other two, you're funny.
Yeah, I'm not funny at all.
No.
No.
Shay, I can't not make that voice while you're around me anymore.
You're
I
welcome.
don't make that noise at all.
You're very welcome.
As most probably adult men don't. And something about you being around, I just always make that noise. But
You're welcome. I'm very glad that I can make you make noises.
yeah. Hey there.
Damn.
Easy there. She's getting all spicy, but that's a vibe, Danny. All right. We're here at
It is a vibe.
we are here at 565 Live in Bellevue. Stop down this Thursday if you're listening right now. If it's before the Thursday you're listening. What a bad pitch, man. I am not good at that. I think it's the 12th this week, so stop down on the 12th. I think Mark Shimkitz is in charge of that, or at least he was in charge of the mic down here, so stop down on Thursday for that. They do the comedy mic every other Thursday, and then I think they do an open mic music the weeks they don't do the comedy. Stop down on Friday and Saturday. They just had Scott Blasey from the Clarks, who I had on the podcast last week, which is so strange. I think I said this last week, that it seems like whoever Mark gets down here, I've had on the podcast the week before, just randomly. That happened twice. But stop down, check out their website at 565 Live. They always have live music down here. Danny,
Yes,
can you do me a giant favor and hit that rundown bell?
I would love to.
You're a beast, man. It's so good every single time.
Thank you.
So let's see. What do we have for the rundown? We have our opening thoughts. We have beer of the week. We have second half with Iron City Paranormal. I can't believe we haven't even said that yet. I'm slacking at my job. We have Iron City Paranormal, Derek and Dan. We've had them on. We've probably had them on as a guest more than anybody else. We've had them on as the trifecta. We've had them on at Poor Man Studios in Bellevue years ago. We've had them on via Skype, I believe.
Yes.
And we had them on down here at 565 Live. So we're always excited to talk to them. They actually did a ghost investigation at a place I just was at in New Brighton for that Underground Railroad tour I was talking to you about last week.
That would have been so cool to see.
Yeah, it was very cool, Shay.
no,
I
I'm
highly
sure.
recommend it. Maybe next year you'll
It's
be
okay,
able to
I live
catch it.
next door to it, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what
that's
I
right, you
love
didn't
about the
invite her.
Mattress
Yeah,
Factory,
remember?
Shay?
I remember.
Remember when he didn't?
I remember when he didn't invite you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Danny
You're-
remembers.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Danny, have
Thank
you
you.
ever been to the Mattress Factory?
No.
Have we ever had
You
this
want to go,
conversation?
Danny?
I would love to go.
And that's what an invitation would
No.
sound like.
Am I
Cass, have
missing
you
out?
been there?
I have been there one time, yeah.
Have you
Was
been
it
to Randyland?
recently?
It was like 2 years ago.
Okay,
and
good. That's when it was good.
Randyland was closed when I was at the factory was open, but Randyland, which is outside,
Yeah.
wasn't. But
What were your thoughts on
Interesting.
both?
Well, truthfully, I thought that the Mattress Factory was a little underwhelming. I don't know. Personally, this seems like an unpopular opinion already, but
No, I mean, I
wow.
can get it. I liked it. I went recently, and there was like, you know, like how they have you walk like down the back alleyway to like that separate building.
No, I don't.
I loved that. Shut up, Chris.
Chris, would you like to go?
I would love to, Danny. That's so sweet of you to ask.
Anytime.
Shay,
I
please do
also
go on.
asked. I just didn't follow through.
that part is nice.
That
The
part
alley
was
walk.
awesome. But I went recently, and that part was closed, and I was very upset.
Like the whole other building
The
was closed. I
whole
feel like that's
building.
where everything is.
Same. That's exactly
isn't
what
that
I
where
said.
The mannequins. Yeah. What's
Yeah,
the
like
point?
it was so just the part that was open was like it wasn't. I was upset.
So, Shay, specifically, when you went, what did you like and what did you not like?
There was this like part where like with the headless horse, it was upside down. Do you remember that part?
No.
And you had to like
Do they update that like
Does it
a
change?
couple
No,
times a
yeah,
year?
do they?
Or maybe once?
no, not really, not like frequently, but I think that they're doing like shut down a whole building, which that part was my favorite.
Are they
Yeah.
gonna bring it back? or-
Yeah, they're going to
Okay.
reopen that part. And then there's another building that they did that's like we walked into there and it was trash,
Like literally trash?
literally trash.
Like that was an exhibit?
yes.
They were like art.
Yes, that's exactly what they said. Like a bunch of
Find
hippies
art
got
in the
together and was
trash.
like,
I hate
all
it.
right.
And then they just put Banksy's name by it, and they're like, okay, it's worth
Yes.
$9 million
It left
now.
you a little path to walk through, and then you had to go up these steps, and then it was there was like weird things, like there was like a broom, but it wasn't like a real broom. It was like made of something different, which made it cool. I was that.
They were like, we got to get some new things to get these
Yeah.
hipsters in here. And then they just
Yeah.
like open a bag of trash and just spray it all over the room.
That's
They're like,
exactly
"They'll love
right.
this." It's art.
Yeah.
So
So
tell them it's art.
I think that the update that they're doing is going to be totally worth it. I will go back to see what that update is.
Well, Danny and I will let you know, and we'll
Yep.
probably invite Cass.
Not me. Okay, great.
Absolutely. Derek and
Okay,
Dan
alright.
can come as well. And there we go. That
going.
sounds like a very reliable, trustworthy,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't stab you in the back crew.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I think
Crew
about
that
that.
doesn't involve me. Okay.
So next week we have
Yum.
Michelle of Pittsburgh Foodie Girls is coming on.
We love
She's
her.
talking about the best hot dogs, man. Oh, Danny, you don't care.
Good.
Yeah, maybe there's some vegan dogs, man, or a
Maybe.
fish dog.
I love a
Fish dog.
Ooh, I do love a veggie dog.
Yeah.
They're
Gross.
delightful.
Yeah.
They're so
No,
good.
veggie dogs are good.
I guess they have
Okay,
fish
sorry,
tacos.
the fish
Yeah,
dog
the
was still
fish.
in my head. I'm
the
sorry.
fish dog.
Veggie dog's good.
Fish
Fish
dog.
dog, no,
ugh.
no good.
Do we think? Do you like? Well, you're a vegetarian too, right, Cass? So
Love
okay.
it.
Do you like a veggie burger?
I love a veggie
Yeah?
burger. I do love a veggie burger.
They're so good.
Do they make veggie hot dogs?
Yeah,
They have like
definitely
veggie
do.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about meatballs earlier. Have you had Impossible meatballs?
Yes, they're so
They're
good.
so good, aren't they? Yeah.
I love them.
Well, maybe it's a brave new world, Danny. I don't know. What
Yeah,
that means.
Chris.
At
Yeah.
the Whole
That's
Foods
what
where
I
you can
think.
find all of these items.
There you go. But we have Michelle coming on talking about the best hot dogs in Pittsburgh, and we also have Brian Carruthers of Oneburg. He has a whole Pittsburgh social media page, a bunch of Pittsburgh news and kind of funny memes and things like that on there. So I'm excited to talk to him. The week after, we have Mike Travers and Derek Knobschneider coming on. Derek was the headline of the show that Cass and I did when I met you, Cass.
Yeah, did you ask him while you were there, or did you hit him
I
up afterwards?
asked him before, and then he talked to me then and confirmed then. So
Oh, cool. Yeah, he was fun. I liked him. He's a cool guy.
Yeah,
That was a fun show.
I agree. I went into it. I normally have only done 5 minutes, so I thought I was doing 5 minutes, and then I went back and read that it was 10 minutes. So I wrote literally 5 minutes of material the night before, and memorized it, and then tried to regurgitate it. And it went. I said it all.
Good,
Thank you, man.
I thought I was impressed. 10 minutes. I feel like I've done 10 minutes before, and even now 10 minutes feels daunting, even when I've done it before. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's impressive. You pulled it off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've done like 10 mics, so 10 minutes is probably too many to do right now.
It was
But
ambitious.
it's whatever, man. I didn't say anything to embarrass myself, Danny. And you know that quite often happens with some of the company
It
that
does.
we had at that show. So,
Happen every now and again.
every now and again. So, but yeah, so tune in for that. But we have a great show tonight. Cast is hilarious. Like I said, I saw you that night, and you did some restaurant material, and I work in a restaurant, and I always love that, and I thought it was very funny.
You were like, this truly resonates with me.
Oh my God.
That's what I know before, you know, you get it. People don't get it until they've been there. So that's what it's like.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to spread the word to people of the universe that it sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
It's good that they know about themselves, guys, and you're doing it in a polite way. You're doing yeoman's work, and we couldn't say enough about you, man. You're doing a great job. So check out Cass. Cass, actually, before we move on, because I have Jimmy Carter next, and that's a big topic that we have on the show, and Danny gets worked up a lot when we bring up Jimmy Carter. But for your comedy, where can people find you, and do you have shows coming up?
You can just find me on Instagram at Cass Goodworth. Pretty much, that's the hub for everything. And right now,
everything.
Yeah. I have Johnny on the Rocks coming up on
Fuck
October
yes.
21st
OMG.
at the Parkway Theater in McKees Rocks.
Remind me of that after you say the rest of that. We need to absolutely go back to Johnny on the Rocks.
Honestly, I was just gonna focus on Johnny on the Rocks. It's kind of the highlight of the month, truthfully.
Are you doing the roast battle?
Yeah, I'll be in the roast on October 27th. I'm actually I don't know if this is public knowledge, but I'm actually judging it and I'm in it. So
Oh.
shit.
you know, that'll be fun. It's a Halloween
Do you think you'll be
party.
biased towards yourself?
Well, I actually don't get to judge my round. I wish I did because I know who the winner is.
Oh.
But I will be going up against Chuck Lewis.
Oh.
In the roast October 27th, also at the Parkway Theater, and then October 28th. I'm in a show. Do you know Brandon Cantu?
I don't.
A more newer comic. He's starting like a comedy club at his tattoo shop in the Strip District.
Oh, okay.
And they're doing he's doing an opening show on the 28th, which I'll be on. So
No, that's awesome.
Cool.
But back to Johnny on the Rocks, because honestly, all of that is irrelevant when I think
Yeah,
about
really.
Johnny on the Rocks. But it'll be a variety show, so we'll be singing. I'm actually playing the saxophone and doing
What?
comedy. So
Yes.
yeah. So you
That's
guys
so
should be-
awesome.
Free show as long as you're drinking.
I saw that. I think did Chuck, maybe Chuck posted it. Is he going to be on that?
No.
Okay, maybe Johnny posted. Somebody,
probably
obviously Johnny.
Yeah.
But I saw that, and I saw it was like Cass Goodworth on saxophone. I was like, what?
On the sax.
And I've always been blown away, and I think I told you because I was like, you play saxophone too? And I shouldn't have said two because it sounds like I play saxophone, but I don't.
Yeah, you guys just gonna play.
But I
together.
wanted to. But I wanted to because in second grade, Danny, I was sitting on the gymnasium floor, a wee tot,
Yes.
and I saw this guy in the brass section. Or is it woodwind?
It's a
Brass.
woodwind. It's a woodwind.
Oh, is it?
Common misconception.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get back to we'll get to Johnny on the Rocks. We won't get back to woodwinds
Yeah,
because
you don't
nobody
play
gives a shit.
saxophone for a reason.
Yeah, I didn't deserve it,
It's
man.
not a real.
It's more of a clarinet than a French horn, right?
Brass instrument.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I fucking suck. I'm so embarrassed. Let's fucking
should
stop
be.
this recording. I can't even remember where I was going.
When you were a wee tot.
A wee tot. but knee high to a grasshopper, Danny. I saw this guy playing piano, and it was not piano, saxophone. I just looked at piano. There's a piano sitting next to us, Shay. I saw this guy playing saxophone, and it was a green saxophone.
I
You probably
know.
just have. What kind of sax do you have, man? Are you the regular soprano or alto, or what are you?
So alto's the regular, soprano's the small one that kind of looks like a clarinet.
Yeah.
And then there's bigger, tenor, baritone. But I do remember when I was getting a saxophone, seeing different color ones, and I was like, that's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
seriously.
And my mom was like, no. you're getting the regular sex.
Lame.
Now you have to be like a hard rock saxophone player because you have the backstory already.
What's the backstory?
Your mom said no to the
yeah,
colors.
yeah.
You're gonna have to have like an
Make
Elton John
myself
sax.
Yeah.
We'll work on it. It's the least you could do. But
yeah.
check out Cass there.
So I don't know. I've tried. She's beaten me twice now, and 2 times.
Head to head.
Yeah, it's always fun going against Georgia because I know from both sides. So that's always fun, and I just like know I'm gonna lose every time too. So it's like it's a fun little thing we do at age. But it's not gonna happen this time. I'm gonna destroy Chuck. So
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Where's we gotta get some
Got him!
I don't know. That's the best I can find, man. That's Andreas O'Rourke. Just saying got him.
Got him!
There we go. That's the best I can do with what I have. But that brings me to our next point. Cass, where can everybody find you? At Cass Goodworth, right?
yeah, just on Instagram really. I'm on Facebook too. If you want to friend me, I might accept it.
You might, man.
I might not.
One of the precious few. There's only one way to find out, and that's by trying.
Exactly.
There we go. And find her for more woodwind material. Danny, we're going to the next one. We have Jimmy Carter update.
How's my boy doing?
He is still alive currently.
He is still alive. I feel so bad. I haven't been keeping up with him this week.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Danny. You should always be every week. I think from now on,
Okay.
we're going to do that. And
We
we're
do
gonna
a
find
Jimmy
out.
update.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jimmy Carter, absolutely. We got to find out about him, but he's still going, and it made me think because I saw him as a president. To be on money, you have to be a dead.
Right.
You have to be dead. You have to be a dead. You
have
be
to
a
be
dead
a dead?
person. You have to be a dead person.
Wait,
Okay.
is that a rule?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you have to be a dead, at least for the U.S. currency. So it made me think. One day will your boy Jimmy be on some kind of currency? And I looked up some kind of obsolete U.S. currency, and I found some kind of weird things. And I'd like to touch on it real fast before we
Okay.
take a break and come back with Derek and Dan. But I thought it was very strange because, Shay, I know you and I are very familiar with the $2 bill.
Yes,
Right.
yes, we are.
I have a bunch of $2 bills.
People tip them all the time.
How do you feel about that?
Really?
Because it's kind of douchey because, like,
Yeah, because it's like I feel like then I'm like I have to keep this now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
So then I just have a collection of $2 bills that I won't spend because it's like novelty. But
Yeah.
then I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It is a little like a $2 bill, but now that I'm older and poor, it's less exciting.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, I agree. There's one person that comes in where I work and they tip like they'll tip decent, but it's
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I haven't had that happen. I'll like get one every once in a while. I'm like, oh, a $2 bill. Like
Oh,
this
yeah.
old guy was like, I'll give her a $2 bill. Like that's crazy that people have that many $2.
I
It's
know.
super
Like a
weird.
fine
Get
dining
them.
thing. That
It's
must
super
be,
weird.
like,
It's probably Thomas Jefferson's grandchild or something, man. But he Thomas Jefferson's on that one. It was originally found in 1862. Originally Alexander Hamilton on it, man. Did you ever watch Hamilton? Oh my God, Cass, you're missing out. I know Shay and Danny. I can't rely on them for anything.
Wow.
Have either of you seen Hamilton? Perfect. All right, let's go to the next one. So we all knew that's so satisfying. We all knew about the $2 bill. That one's pretty well known. But there are some other bills that I've never seen. So did you know there was a $500 bill?
Yes, I knew you were going to
Is
say
there?
that, and there is one.
Yeah.
And I have not seen one, but my mom and I almost got one for my sister for Christmas.
Like a
Or
real one.
for my sister for something. Almost. But the only reason why we didn't is because people really don't know that it exists. We were afraid that if she tried to take it somewhere, they wouldn't accept it. So we said, fuck that. But yes.
How do
yeah.
you just get one? Like, do you order
Go to
it?
the bank. You just go and ask for it. Yeah.
Was
It's like
it
the
worth
craziest thing.
$500 when you saw it, or was it worth more than $500? Because it was discontinued. It says it was minted until 1945.
We didn't
So that's
actually
like
go.
an antique one.
So I don't know. Like, we didn't actually go and do it, but like we know that you can go to the bank and do it. But I guess we would be unsure. I don't know if we would have been turned down. Now that you say that.
Do you know who was on the $500 bill?
No.
Gas.
No.
No, Danny. William McKinley, your other boy, man.
Obviously.
That's what she was just about. You were going to say
Billy
that.
Mack.
Yeah, that's my number
That was-
two.
That's what
Danny
she
and
was gonna
Billy
say.
Mack, man, they go way back. There was a $1,000 bill. It was
Did not know that.
Grover Cleveland was on it. Grover Cleveland was the 22nd and the 24th president.
Interesting.
Do you know that
You
shit?
took a break.
Oh, now you know. Yeah, he was elected. Then some other guy went, and then he went back in office, man.
Oh.
Yeah, your old boy Grover Cleveland. He follows down there. But that $1,000 bill. I don't know why I brought this up. I was super high at 6 a.m. and I saw this. We're gonna suffer now.
As per usual.
Yeah, Danny, you know how it goes, man. But this stuff's weird because it was $1,000, like I just said. There's a $5,000 bill.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but would you feel like you were holding $5,000 if it was in one bill?
No, it's so weird.
Or if it was like I'm not gonna feel like I have $1,000.
What's the
Right.
biggest bill you could hold and think that it's real? 100?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
500.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like so weird. Like it's just like
Yeah.
not. It's like
Yeah.
It's not satisfying.
yeah.
If it was one of the old ones, like the old bills, obviously if it was until 45. But like
Yeah.
if I saw one of the new ones, I'd be that's fake, obviously.
Yeah.
But the old school ones, what did I say? 5,000. That was James Madison on it. It was first made in 1861. But a lot of these, like that one, they were used just for like the banks to like trade for whatever. Like, there's whatever. In the Great Depression, they had the $10,000 bill, which was the largest public bill for
time.
public consumption. And the last one, and I'll be done, I promise. The $100,000 bill. They had a $100,000 bill. That wasn't for like public people. Like I just said, it was for like banks to trade with each other and probably businesses. But Woodrow Wilson was on the $100,000.
Like
My
I
other
would
boy,
not
Woodrow.
like that.
Imagine all the presidents in their afterlife, and they're like, "You're on the $1 bill, bitch. I'm on the $100,000 bill. That's hard as
Exactly, man.
fuck. You know, like you're worth shit.
I mean, if you look at
You're
it,
on the penny, Abraham Lincoln.
I
What
say
do you do?
well, it's
That's your worth to the country.
it's one of those things. It's back and forth because it's like you want to be on the 100,000, obviously, but if you're on the one, your face is
Everybody
seen a
knows
lot
you.
more, man.
Yeah.
You're in a stripper's ass.
Yeah.
True.
That's
Woodrow
true.
Wilson ain't there, man.
He does
Danny.
not.
Woodrow Wilson's. Who even knows where you are with the $100,000 bill? Like,
Yeah.
Where would you even take that? What would you?
I
where
don't
would you
know,
take the
man.
$100,000
One
bill?
yacht, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my one
Thank
bill.
you.
You can take
Here
your
you go.
strippers' asses elsewhere.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a couple strippers' asses with Woodrow Wilson, but yeah, I guess it was around during the Great Depression, which it seems weird to come up with $100,000 during that one. But that was enough about the money for you, Shay, because I
Okay.
wanted to touch on Jimmy Carter because one day I think he might be on the
Stop.
$200,000 bill.
maybe.
Maybe.
Because the amount that inflation's going and the how much money is worth anymore, maybe we'll see $1 million bill with your boy JC on it.
I mean, honestly, I dream about that.
We will find out, Danny. We'll
I
find
hope
out.
we don't find out soon.
Well, I have one. Yeah, hopefully not soon. He is in hospice with his wife, which they've been married for 75 years, man. I'm burying the lead. Could you imagine? That has to be, they might get the record for being married the longest because you have to live super long and you have to
Super
be
long.
married super early.
Yeah.
Yeah, 75
For it to be that long.
years.
That's a long time to be with one person.
Yeah.
Say they were married at 18. That's 93 years old. Like,
They probably have,
You have to-
truthfully nothing to talk about anymore. Like, there will be old couples at like the restaurant I work at,
Oh, yeah.
and they'll just sit in silence and like stare at each other. 'Cause
Yeah.
At this point, it's just like, what do you even
What do you have
talk
to say?
about?
Right.
You know? Like,
Right.
The food tastes good, then you just sit there, and then it's like, all right, let's go home.
You
you
probably
can
know what the
only
other one's-
hate what the other person has to say.
Right, yeah, literally.
That's true.
Like, you can only be sick of their voice at that point. So you just sit in solitude and wait to die.
Shut up.
The last thing I have on the rundown, and it'll lead into the second half because it's important. Last night I went to a haunted house. Are you a haunted house person, Danny, or Cass, or Shay?
Yes.
I know you are.
No
That's why
hesitation.
I wasn't going to
I
ask you,
know,
but if I
I
asked them
know.
to and didn't say you, it would be the end of the world. So,
Yeah, I would have said something about it, but go ahead. Yeah, no. You go.
so Shay is.
So I had a traumatic experience once at Field
Yes.
of Screams, and
What is Field of Screams? I love it.
so it's in Lancaster,
Yeah.
and it's like this huge, like just. I don't know. There's like two big haunted houses. They're terrifying. And then there's a hayride, which I skipped out. I did one haunted house, almost cried, didn't do the second one. did the hayride. The hayride is the worst. They like put you in the dark. You're on this like big, I don't know, hayride thing. They put you in a barn. They close the doors. It gets dark again. And then there's like people like whispering stuff in your ear. You know what? Now that I'm talking about this out loud, maybe, you know, I don't know.
It sounds
scary.
so
It
good.
was terrifying. So the most recent thing at Bike Week, I did do a haunted house like on the boardwalk, and that was like kind of fun.
Wait, when was Bike Week? The end of September?
It's like the middle
Ocean
of
that-
City
September.
and
Bike
that-
Week, just
Ocean
so we're
City.
clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, there's many
OCB
bike
dub.
weeks.
But they had haunted houses on.
Yeah, they had one on the boardwalk. So
How
it was
was
like
it?
fun.
So fun,
It was
yeah.
fun, and it was a good introduction back into haunted houses. So the long answer is I'm willing to revisit it
Oh.
after my traumatic experience.
So the traumatic experience was this year, though. Or no?
That was I was like a teenager when I went to a Field of Screams. It was horrible. I hated it. My brother, we joke that he like doesn't sleep with like the lights like off, and like he turns all the lights on all the time
Because of
after that
Field of
experience. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Cass, do you have or you
Not a haunted. I mean, I could go on for ages,
about haunted
but
houses?
haunted
Yeah.
no, I don't think so. I think I haven't been to a haunted house, truthfully, since I was like 12. So,
Yeah.
and I remember being upset about being there. You know, like we went with our family, and I was like, I don't want to do this. But
Yeah.
no, I don't know. I'm thinking about trying that. You know, online all the time. You know, the one haunted house that has the like you sign the waiver, and then they like essentially beat
Yeah.
the shit out of you for 12 hours.
Oh.
I just like read about that online all the time, and I was like, I could do it.
That's.
I'd be okay.
I think it's like one of the normal ones, but then it's like the basement or
Yeah,
something.
I think it's
of
Snare
one
House,
of
the basement.
Is that what it
or
is? Yeah.
something, I think
Oh.
so. I'm like, I'll just go to my basement at my childhood home.
Yeah.
Revisit that trauma, but
Call up your uncle.
don't bring it up.
But anyway, I went to 100 Acre Manor last night, and it was super cool. It was a super long line, but it was worth it. They had like they had like 5 different themes, so I won't remember all of them, but one of them was like kind of like 90s Halloween. And
Okay.
it was cool, and like
Ooh.
you went out, it felt like you were like, it was like I wanted to rent Blockbuster just walking through this house. And they had that. They had like one in like the New Orleans kind of voodoo-y.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then they had a couple other ones, but I obviously can't remember right now. But it was super cool. But the one thing that stuck out that like kind of threw everything off was they went with scary for everything, and then they had like a warning, like if you have any illnesses. But they tried to do it like spooky. So it's like, if you have epilepsy. Like, I feel like for something like
You're
that.
pregnant
Yeah.
or under the age.
If you're sensitive to flashing lights, like I think you can just do the regular voice and then go back to like in line with the gargoyle voice or whatever it is. That's what I say, Danny. That's what I take away from it.
Yeah.
If you ask me how 100 Acres Manors was, I would say I don't like the way that they did a spooky instruction.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
a fair
have to
then
say,
assessment.
you're
yeah.
like, is this a legitimate warning? Like, I do have epilepsy. Are they just trying to scare me, or like, should I?
Well,
not
you know
ride
what they
this with
did?
epilepsy?
This is what threw everyone off is they slowed it down because somebody inside had a panic attack, which
Not ideal.
That's the
or it's like when the drug dealer sells the heroin that kills the guy. It's so good
True.
that you have to try it. Somebody went inside and had a panic attack. It must be so scary.
yeah. That's how you like lose a haunted house. I feel like is a
But-
panic attack.
Well, we found out it was
lost.
somebody that worked there, so they pushed her out. Yeah, but I feel like it's one of 2 ways. It's either they had a panic attack, or it was so scary that even the people in on it are having panic attacks. Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That had to have been her first year.
Yeah.
This was her first time.
Maybe
But it
her
was
first night.
cool there.
Yeah,
She's
this is
just
her
like,
first time.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a claustrophobia, small space kind of thing.
Like don't like I feel like it like taking a job like that at a haunted house, like there's no like you know exactly what you're getting yourself into from the start. Like you know what the job entails.
Like, you probably signed some papers. Like, you probably know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
There's
you,
like
you
no
could get other
guessing.
jobs. It's you know,
Right.
it's not like she was like, I'm so down for money. I'm gonna face my fear and work at this haunted house.
Right.
Right, like-
Go work at the shop and save.
Like
Yeah.
Target's hiring
yeah,
right now. You
they're
know?
they always are.
Target's always hiring and never ever
Year
hiring.
round.
Shay, are there ever any candle stores that are hiring?
He's so annoying.
Danny, do you know this story?
I do know the story about the time you were once you were bamboozled.
Cass,
Bath and Body
are you
Works.
are you one to succumb to peer pressure a lot?
I don't think so. No.
So if
It's not the peer pressure thing. I'm a yes man. That's it. I just say yes a lot. I'm
are you a
people
yes man?
pleaser.
Cass, if you went, was it Yankee Candle?
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. If you went into Bath and Body Works, do you think you'd ever leave with a job just to
Casually.
please somebody?
No, but like I could see happening other places. Literally just last night I was at this bar and she was like, "We're hiring," and I was like, "Ugh, "Give me your number. I don't really need a new job, but like, okay, maybe." So like, I get it. Not Bath and Body Works though. The smells in there are very overwhelming.
Oh, I love it. God, I love it.
It is a lot. It's pungent when you walk in.
Like
it's a punch in the
bath
face,
salts,
man.
Yeah.
It's exactly like bath salts, man.
I walk in there, I'm like,
annoying.
where am I? And why am I high right now?
It's kind of like a delusion. Yeah.
Why am I chewing on this woman's neck?
That's what they want. They want you to black out and buy 35 things.
And it works.
Yeah.
No, it works. It
Like a free travel item. I have to buy something. Oh my god.
and it's literally like this big.
Yeah, it's like the hand sanitizer.
And they're like,
and
no,
the rubber
you got to buy
keychain.
that one. Yeah, exactly.
It disintegrates in 2 days.
Oh my
Worth
God.
it.
But it has leopard print, Danny, and that's all that matters.
Oh, I'd obviously buy it.
That's all that matters. You know what? Let's touch on our beers real quick, and then we can. We'll probably take a break and then just come back with Derek and Dan, and then we'll end it with the news with everybody. Okay?
Double D's.
Yo, are we excited about the news today, Danny?
So excited.
So excited. Shay, we're gonna take